MJ is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. His entire career was a work of art that had its peaks and its valleys, but mostly peaks. I took a deeper look at his career and ranked his top 5 seasons. Season number 5, the 88-89 season. MJ had arguably one of his best seasons that year. Jordan turned in possibly the best all-around performance of his career in 88-89. He was the league's leading scorer once again at 32.5 points per game, and he finished 10th in the league in assists, averaging a career-high 8 assists per game. He also set a career high in rebounds, pulling 8 rebounds a game. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals, averaging 2.9 per game. The Bulls as a team also had a decent season, finishing 47-35. The Bulls played the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round, and this is where Jordan did the famous shot at the foul line, over Craig Ehlo. After beating the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Bulls saw the New York Knicks in the second round, and they beat them as well, advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. They eventually lost to the Detroit Pistons. Jordan averaged 35 points per game in the postseason, which is a crazy number. This was the 88-89 season, so it was only the beginning of what Jordan was capable of. Season number 4, the 87-88 season. So for this season, we're actually going 1 year back. But this year, Jordan cleaned up with the award season. Michael won Most Valuable Player, Defensive Player of the Year. He was an All-NBA First Team, All-Defensive First Team. He was the All-Star Game MVP, and he won the Slam Dunk Contest that year. He won every major honor in the NBA that season. Not to mention, Jordan averaged 35 points per game and 3.2 steals per game. He was just a force no one in the league could stop. The team won 50 games that year also. This was also the first year Jordan actually had some help. Granted, they were rookies. They drafted Horace Grant and traded for Scottie Pippen. As I mentioned, the Bulls won 50 games that season, and they also advanced past the first round against the Cleveland Cavaliers. But they eventually lost in the second round to the Detroit Pistons. During the late 80s, the Jordan rules were taking effect, but Jordan eventually got past this. Season number 3. The 92-93 season. This was the season where Jordan completed his first three-peat, something that hadn't been done in a very long time in the NBA. Jordan individually was the same old Jordan. He averaged 33 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, and 6 assists a game, and close to 3 steals a game. He led the league in scoring for the 7th straight year, and led the league in steals for the 3rd straight year. The team won 57 games that year, and in the postseason, the Bulls got by the Atlanta Hawks and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first 2 rounds without a loss. After dropping the first 2 games of the Eastern Conference Finals to the New York Knicks, Chicago came back for 4 straight and won the series. The Bulls defeated the Phoenix Suns in 6 games in the NBA Finals to nail down the 3rd consecutive title. Jordan won Finals MVP once again, averaging 41 points a game against the Suns. Season number 2, the 1990-91 season. Up to this point in his career, Jordan had done everything. He only had one thing missing, and that was a championship. This was the year he finally did it. The Bulls won 61 games, and Jordan won MVP honors that year as well. Jordan averaged 32 points per game, 6 rebounds a game, and 5 assists per game. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals as well, averaging 2.7 per game. The Bulls walked through the postseason, sweeping the New York Knicks in the opening round and cruising past the 76ers in the second round, only losing 1 game in that series. They then swept the Detroit Pistons in 4 games in the Eastern Conference Finals, finally getting past the bad boys. After losing Game 1 in the NBA Finals to the LA Lakers, the Bulls won 4 consecutive games. Jordan claimed his first NBA championship, averaging 31 points per game, 6 rebounds a game, and 8 assists per game, taking NBA Finals MVP as well. And finally, Jordan's best season, the 95-96 season. This was Jordan's first full season after coming back from retirement to go play baseball. Jordan was on a mission that year. After losing to the Orlando Magic the year before, Jordan had a lot to prove. Jordan proved he was all the way back, winning a record 8th scoring title, one more than Wilt Chamberlain. Jordan started in all 100 games for the Bulls. He was the only player to start in all 82 regular season games, and also started 18 games in the playoffs. He averaged 30 points per game, 6 rebounds a game, and 4 assists a game, adding to that with 2 steals a game. He joined Willis Reed as only the second man to win Most Valuable Player awards for the regular season, All-Star Game, and NBA Finals in the same season. Not to mention the team's success. The team won 72 games that year. The team cruised through the Eastern Conference, only losing one game, and then winning 3 straight in the NBA Finals against the powerhouse Seattle Supersonics. They then lost the next 2, but finally got it done in 6 games. Michael won his 4th title and the first in his second three-peat. Michael wasn't crazy athletic at that point and wasn't doing all the insane things he were doing when he was a younger player. But he had all the tools he needed to be the best player in the NBA, which he was. He could take you off the dribble, shoot it in your face, and he could still dunk on you if he wanted to. He really was in his prime that season, which is why I think that was his best year ever. Disagree with me? Let the debate begin in the comments below. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you want. It'd be cool. Just saying. This has been a basketball public service announcement, and I'm out. Peace. These is facts, bruh.